So guys, let us talk about the truth. Nnamdi Kanu was insulted and mocked because he exposed some unbelievable things that Muhammad Buhari did. And now, this same northern cabals they were running under Buhari's administration has come out to expose and even confirm what Buhari did in his administration. So guys, just stay tuned with me and I'm telling you guys what this northern cabal said that Muhammad Buhari did in his administration. Nnamdi Kanu an apology, and it's time we start asking for mercy and justice. Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous will of Biafra, made some earth-shaking statements between 2016 and 2019. What did he say? That Buhari was critically ill and no longer ruling Nigeria. That a body double named Jubril Sudan was brought in. That the real power laid in the hands of the northern cabal and not Aso Rock. He said all these things, but we mocked and insulted him. Kanu went as far as saying Buhari is dead. What you're seeing is an imposter. He was ridiculed, mocked, called delusional, but he didn't stop. He kept warning the world. Buhari wasn't in charge for most of his presidency. He was too sick to function. Power was in the hands of others. Yes, that same cabal Kanu kept warning about has finally confirmed what was going on behind the scene. Buhari's 2017 disappearance, the long medical trip to London, the silence from Aso Rock. So now let's ask ourselves, why did they keep Nnamdi Kanu in detention? Because he knew too much. He was exposing the rot and it was more than the presidency could handle. They feared what more he could say, what more he might prove. So Kanu's arrest and detention had more to do with the secrets he revealed than alleged crime. So this were Kanu's claim. Buhari was sick and unfit, and in confirmed or matched events, we found out that Buhari disappeared for months in 2017. Now, Kanu's claim again was that Buhari had died, and in confirmed or matched events, no live speech for over 7 months. Another Kanu's claim was Northern Cabal ruling, and is confirmed by Buhari's former aide that it was the Northern Cabals who has been ruling since. Now, imposter claims. Kanu claimed that he was an imposter, and in some confirmed or matched events, unresolved anomalies still remain. So, all these things were the thing that Nnamdi Kanu told us that this is the reason why he said that Buhari was an imposter. Now, Nigerians are waking up and they are now angry. They are saying, why we were deceived for 8 years? Who was really making the decisions? Who forged Buhari's presence at global events? That is what many Nigerian youths are now asking. Many now say Kanu must be free. He's not a criminal, he's a whistleblower and a truth teller. Whether you support Biafra or not, whether you like Nnamdi Kanu or not, truth is truth. He predicted it, he warned us, and now he's playing out point by point. So what are we going to do now? Do we just keep silent, or do we demand justice for the man who exposed one of the biggest political cover-up in Nigerian history? And that's the reason why I always tell you guys, people are now agitating for his release, because they found out that Nnamdi Kanu is a prophet, always saying the truth. The people are now agitating, for his freedom. So guys, there's a normal ritual we normally do here. So please, I want you to type in the comment section, free man Nnamdi Kanu, and also justice delayed is not justice denied, because we normally use this platform to agitate for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, and also to tell the federal government that he's an innocent man. So guys, let's go on now. What Kanu said revisited the earth. Kanu said Buhari was no longer fit to govern as far back as early 2016. He pointed out to Buhari's handwriting. Yes, he pointed out to Buhari's handwriting, said that his handwriting was different. He pointed to Buhari's handwriting visibly changing in official documents. He challenged the media to investigate why Buhari stopped live press interviews. Kanu highlighted that Buhari stopped traveling with his unusual health roach. He noted Buhari's speech patterns had changed, sparking public suspicions. He warned that Buhari's medical trips to UK were a cover for something bigger. Kanu described Aisha Buhari distancing as a sign the man in Aso Rock was an imposter. He pointed to inconsistencies in Buhari's hair structure in photos from 2015 and 2018. Kanu dared the government to do a DNA test on Buhari publicly. He said the real Buhari died in early 2017 after falling into a coma. Kanu insisted the North was protecting its power monopoly with this cover-up. He criticized media houses for refusing to investigate the Jibri claims. He said Buhari no longer blinked natural on camera. Kanu claimed key world leaders had already been informed by British intelligence. He alleged the Nigerian government was blackmailing media and judges to suppress the story. He tied the cover-up to a wider plot of nationalization and Islamization. He said only international pressure would force the truth out. Kanu described how DSS began hunting his contacts after he revealed the body double theory. He warned that keeping quiet about Buhari's condition would lead to national doom. He declared in 2019, history will vindicate me. And honestly, we have still seen all those things Nnamdi Kanu told us. And definitely, we have found that Nnamdi Kanu is nothing but saying the truth. Now, King Abashi, Buhari's right-hand man, said yes, Buhari was too ill to govern for a long period. He came out and said it. King Abashi, Buhari's right-hand man, came out and said that yes, he confirmed to what Nnamdi Kanu was saying and said Buhari was too ill to cover for a long period. Another northern elder anonymously confessed to a shadow presidency after 2017. Senators inside admitted they were receiving directives from other quarters and not Buhari. Reports have emerged of documents signed in Buhari's name without his knowledge. One ex-minister said decisions came from Dawura and not Aso Rock. National security meetings were held without Buhari during his medical absence. There was a time Buhari missed over 100 days in governance duties. Governors who visited him in London never gave full accounts of what they saw. Rumors say Buhari's personal doctor warned against continued governance. DSS insiders linked that Buhari was non-verbal for weeks in 2017. Leaked memos showed acting leadership shifts that were never made public. Even UK diplomats avoided confirming Buhari's health during that period. The cabal made all top appointments without Buhari's input post 2018. Even Buhari's doctor once cryptically posted, "May Allah forgive us all." The recent confession validates Kanu's voice as more than just activism. It was evidence. Section 144 of Nigerian Constitution allows for removal of an incapacitated president. The National Assembly failed to activate that section even with obvious signs. There were enough signs, but they refused to do it. Nnamdi Kanu's claim fall under protected whistleblower speech under international law. The failure to investigate Buhari's health could be seen as constitutional betrayal. Kanu's arrest becomes questionable if his offense was telling the truth. Kanu's legal team cannot demand the trial or dismissal of charges. The UN working group already labeled Kanu's detention as arbitrary and unjust. Nigeria may face international sanctions for hiding truth from its citizens. The courts were deceived with a fake presidential presence during hearings. Any law signed under this section may be legally challengeable. The Electoral Acts and budget may be invalid if Buhari was not mentally present. Government secrecy in this matter undermines rule of law and transparency. International Human Rights Court may take this case seriously. Nigerian Constitution does not allow governing by proxy or double bodies or body doubles. All these involved in this cover-up could be charged with threesome. Similar body double rumors once rocked Cuba and Russia. Western media largely ignored Kanu's claim, now facing backlash. Amnesty International said Nigerian government operates with zero transparency. Human Rights Watch has renewed its demand for Kanu's unconditional release. UK Parliament members asked why Britain refused to verify Buhari's health status. A US journalist called the Buhari imposter theory. The story Africa was ignored. That's what the US journalist said. He said the US journalist called the Buhari imposter theory the story Africa ignored. BBC Hausa tried to discredit Kanu but never debunked the Jiburi theory scientifically. Global analysts now say Kanu was among the few voices of truth in Africa. The story has similarities with North Korea's leadership secrecy. Scholars are now demanding Nigerians release classified hospital records. Nigerian diaspora in the US and UK are organizing justice for Kanu's protest. A French journalist is making a documentary called The Man Who Wasn't Buhari. African Union is repeatedly concerned about precedents this set for African world democracies. The Buhari deception has made investors fear political fraud in African leadership. Experts say if this happened in Nigeria, it may happen in other African countries too. Now, what will really happen next? President Tinubu must either address the confession or face international disgrace. The judiciary has a moral obligation to reopen the Kanu case. The Nigerian Senate should probe the full medical records of Buhari's presidency.
Youth organizations across southern Nigeria are demanding truth commissions. Religious leaders are calling it the largest deception in the post-colonial Nigeria. Kanu's lawyers are preparing international lawsuits against the Nigerian state. IPOB say they want justice, not just Biafra, but for all Nigerians, for all Nigerians who were deceived. Protests may erupt if this confession is ignored. Civil society groups now consider Kanu a national whistleblower hero. The presidency must clarify who was making decisions from 2017 to 2020. DSS must explain why they arrested a man who predicted the truth. Media houses are urged to apologize for calling Kanu a madman. Southern governors are being pressured to speak up and break their silence. Kanu's situation will be a key issue in upcoming elections. Justice versus impunity. The truth is out. Nigeria must confront it or collapse under it. Because I remember when they were saying, oh, Nnamdi Kanu is saying rubbish. He's saying this. He doesn't know what he's saying. Now, all of a sudden, everything he said has started coming to pass. Everything he said is not true. He has opened many youth's eyes to understand that for the past 8 years they have been deceived. Nnamdi Kanu told them that this body you guys are saying has died a long time ago. Now, Buhari became less expressive and emotionally was detached post in 2017. He no longer delivered unscripted speeches or unanswered impromptu questions. His facial expressions became stiff, like a robot, like someone following a script. Buhari used to be sharp and blunt, but post 2017 his tone was dull and hesitant. The supposed Buhari began avoiding important press events or appearing behind with dark shades. He often looked lost in protocol meetings, not engaging. Even his body language around Aisha Buhari changed more mechanically. Buhari stopped addressing sensitive national issues directly like NSAS. During live events, he appeared confused or overly word rehearsed. Now, his former habits like raising his face disappeared completely. Mainstream like TV channels like NTA aired only pre-recorded Buhari speech. Journalists were barred from asking health-related questions posed in 2017. Several reporters found that Omoyele Sowore was arrested for digging into the health cover. The BBC ignored over 200,000 posts online about the Jubilee theory. News editors were allegedly bribed or threatened to keep quiet. A prominent editor once said, off record, if we talk, we vanish. No investigative documentary on Buhari's illness ever aired on Nigerian TV. Now, you guys have seen that everything Nnamdi Kanu told us is now the truth. So guys, that's all we have for today. Please don't forget that in this channel there's a normal ritual we normally do in this channel. Please type in the comment section free Nnamdi Kanu, and also justice delayed is not justice denied, because we normally use this platform to agitate for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. So please guys, drop a comment below. That's all we have for today. And please, if you know you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and share, turn on the notification button to get all the latest news in this channel. So guys, thanks for watching and see you guys again in my next video.